Hey, how's it going, you guys? Blah 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 blah. Bakak, bak, 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 bakak, bakak. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. It is the big bird himself, Fried Chicken. Today, as promised, I'm going to be taking the Mirai Guardian into Arena Commander to see how it fares. I'm going to be running two separate kits this time around. I'm going to be running the ship with two size 5 attritions and also two size 5 Galdereen Repeaters, just to see how this ship will do in a combat scenario. Now, I do not know what is going on with Arena Commander, but something is really wrong when it comes to enemy missiles. For some reason, it doesn't matter how hard I try to defend myself, and it could be the smallest ship, like an Aurora or a Buccaneer. You know, small form ships that are easily destroying me with a single missile. An Aurora should not be able to destroy a heavy fighter like the Mirai Guardian with a single missile. I do not know what is going on, but I really have to check my shots and watch myself because I've been dying incredibly easy in Arena Commander because of this weird bug that is happening where the enemy NPC missiles are super strong and just one-shotting me or just incapacitating my ship with no effort whatsoever. Now let's get into some combat with the Mirai Guardian packing two size 5 Attrition Repeaters. Now there is some strengths and some weaknesses to rocking this setup with this ship. So let's talk about the strengths first. 1. The DPS is really high. This ship melts other birds with ease. I can easily take down a Vanguard Warden, a Freelancer, or other bigger ships, Cutlass Blacks, like it's nothing. But then let's roll right into the weaknesses when it comes to the attritions onto this ship. So if you notice the way how the guns are set up on this bird, they are pretty spread apart, which means you get two separate reticle pips for the guns. And this is where the attritions start to fall off a little bit when they're attached to the Guardian. So during my battle time in Arena Commander, I was shooting at the smaller form ships, Aurora, Buccaneers, and the ship really struggled to hit the mark even when the pips were green and you were right up on them. I learned real quickly that the attritions did almost next to no damage when you were over 1,000 kilometers out. CAG did release a Q&A about the Guardians, telling us what their main role is when it comes to combat fighting. They stated in the Q&A that these ships are designed to take on heavier fighters. So ships like Redeemers or Vanguard Wardens, Cutlass Blacks, Freelancers, you know, the bigger ships, not small stuff like Auroras or Buccaneers. The Guardian is just not designed for it, and thanks for CAG for clarifying that with the Q&A today, because I was really curious why I was missing so many shots on these little smaller ships, but when it came to the big ships, it was nothing at all. Quick and easy, in and out. Now, let's switch up the guns a little bit and try a different set of weapons. Let's move on to a pair of Galdereen size 5 laser repeaters with the Mirai Guardian. So the Galdereens equipped with the Mirai Guardian do pack a hefty punch, and there is some great advantages to it. So one of the things that I noticed right away is the pips. The pips with the Galdereens actually are closer together versus the Attrition 5s. For some reason it is a farther apart spread, and I don't know why it's like that. Maybe it's just a bug or something, but it is just a little goofy and it makes it a little harder to hit your shots. So realistically it will come down to personal preference. The Attrition 5s do pack a harder punch, but when it comes to these smaller ships, it is going to miss a lot more versus the Galdereen Repeaters. So it depends on your playstyle too. When it comes to the attritions, as long as you're in that 0 to 1,000 kilometers distance, they will hit the target if it's a small target, maybe like a Hornet or the Auroras and Buccaneers. Versus the Galdereens, which will have an easier time hitting those small form targets like the Buccaneers, Auroras, Mustangs, and the M50s and things like that. Again, it will always come down to personal preference on what you like. Some people will like these repeaters versus the other ones, or someone just really wants to go for higher DPS. Now, if you wanted to ask me what my favorite is out of the two, I'm gonna say both. It really depends on the situation. If I'm gonna be out there doing low tier level bounty hunter missions and I just want to get some quick kills, then I'll go with the Galdereens, because I know for a fact that these are going to perform way better than the Attritions when it comes to shooting down those small form ships. But once I start getting to the higher tier bounty hunter missions or anything like that, I would switch it up back to the Attritions, just because I know it will hit harder and it'll actually connect with the ship that I'm shooting at. Once I start getting to those ships like the Reclaimer or the other big ships like maybe like a Star Lancer Max out there, it will connect 10 times easier and I would just easily melt through them ships. And boom, that is pretty much it. This ship is actually really fun to fly, both the Guardian base and the QI. They fly amazing and they do pack a punch, especially when you swap out the base on the Skeeb cannons to something different. In my opinion, repeaters are the way to go right now, because with repeaters, you don't have to worry about ammo depletion, and that is always a huge caveat when using ballistics, even though that they always produce higher DPS. But it all comes down to personal preference. Again, if you want to have fun with it, you can do some real stupid stuff with this ship. You can put all kinds of different guns on here, set to size 5, and you could just, go bug wild with it. In my opinion, it's good to play with both of them just to see how they feel, just to get your own taste, because again, the attrition repeaters do struggle with smaller ships, but with the bigger ships, it is a lot easier. And boom, that is pretty much it. Tell me down below in the comments, what is your guys' loadout? What are you guys kitting the Guardians out with? Are you guys going for the Attrition 5 repeaters, or are you going for something entirely different just to see what it is like, just to have fun with it? Put it down in the comments, because you guys already know I love to spitball with you guys down there, love to respond and drive it up a little bit here and there. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay notified for my next video. All of those things all help out my channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. But it is the one, the only FC, aka Big Bird on the block. Fried chicken out.